Hari Om, how are you? Hari Om, are you able to hear me? Okay. I think I'm still struggling to hear you. Let me see if it's my.
Oh, no.
Okay, now I can hear you. I can hear you.
No, I was on mute. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. No problem. That's
How
good.
are
How are you doing?
Pooja? Good, thank you. And your surgery and everything went well?
Yes, it went well. All good.
Oh, nice. Glad to hear that.
Yes, all okay there.
Hari
Nice.
Om.
Hari Om,
Hari
Lavina
Om.
ji, how are you?
Good. How are you, Pooja ji?
I am good.
Feeling better? All good?
Yes, much better. And things are good.
Excellent.
How have you been, all of you?
Oh, well. All well.
I know it's been a
Although
long
not
break.
done any,
We were planning
although
for a
not done
shorter
any
one, but it's
revision.
long. Oh, we haven't done revision. Okay. So that's a
I did
confession now
little
coming through.
bit, but we've been missing the class a lot. It's not easy to do it on your own.
I know. Sometimes I think all you need is somebody to bring everyone together.
Yes.
Yes.
I know. But it's good. I'm glad that we could resume it. And I know the plan was to break for a while, but then it got extended and I had to add 2 more weeks and change all the flight bookings and multiple things. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
all done now. So good, yeah.
Right.
So I think, yeah, it's already time. So we will start. Others will join in, hopefully. So let's start with prayers. Give me a second. I share my screen. Are you able to see? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right. So let's start with prayers. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So Hari Om and welcome back, everyone. It's nice to see everyone again after such a long time. So I'm happy to have everyone here. And by the way, Hitan jokes about it that fine before, but yes, it's after the eye surgery.
You are breaking off, Pooja. We can't hear you.
Long time.
I think we've lost. Maybe the internet may not be good.
Yeah, maybe she will rejoin.
Yeah.
Sorry, a quick check if you can hear me
You're
now.
still breaking up.
I'm still up. Okay, so it's something to do with my internet today.
I think it's your
I'm also
internet.
getting an error that it's unstable. That's strong. Yeah, it seems to be my internet. So give me 1 second. I switch to the hotspot and see if it's better. Yeah, because I'm using a different room.
I think your internet shows weak. Yeah, it says the bandwidth is low.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Okay, I've changed the internet. Is it better? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sounds better.
Okay, let's hope it doesn't get disconnected. Okay, there is some challenge with Safaricom today here, but let's hope it's okay now. You can hear
It's
me
still,
clearly.
yeah,
or
but
no?
it still shows that your bandwidth is low.
Oh, it's still showing low bandwidth. Okay.
It's showing, but now we can hear you.
Okay. All right, so let's check for a while and see how that goes. Lavina ji, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because I thought for a while I saw you nodding as
Yeah,
no.
because it looked
Okay.
like you
So it
froze
was just.
again, but it's moving.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. But let me know in case if something happens. Let me know. Then otherwise we'll have to just call it off for today and meet again
Oh
later. But I don't know
no.
what's happening. But let's try our best to go ahead. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly share the screen so that you can know where we are and where we're going now. So yeah, so we did the chapter on numerals, the numbers last, right?
Okay.
So this is where we completed number 10. We're now going to 11. So we've got 11, 12, and 13. We still have 3 more chapters to go. Okay.
We now move on to the 11th module, Prayogaha, voice. Prayogaha, voice. Sanskrit language permits 3 kinds of voice. Kartari Prayogaha, Karmani Prayogaha, and Bhave Prayogaha.
We've got
We will be studying
active,
only the
passive,
first 2
and there is a
voices
third
in
one
this
which
course.
we're not studying. But active and passive are called Kartari and Karmani. So this is also similar to the English language active and passive that we are familiar with. So we will see an example to understand if as a reminder just on the next slide. So understand where we are. There is also Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi verbs that we had looked at. I don't know if you remember, but chapter 4 had 2 types of verbs, Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. So Parasmaipadi is when the action is being done for somebody else. Then it's called Parasmaipadi. And when it's done for one's own self, then it's called Atmanepadi. Though just a caution there that that rule is no longer followed in Sanskrit. So it was the case in the past. So that's why we still study it. But in day-to-day language, we do not follow that rule anymore, and we don't have that distinction anymore. But let's see further, and we will understand what all that means. Parasmaya, Atmanepadi, etc.
Kartari Prayogaha or active voice. In this, the subject karta is principal and the verb agrees with the subject in person, number and gender. Karmani Prayogaha or passive voice. In this, the object karma is principal and the verb agrees with the object in person, number and gender.
So this is same like English actually. Yeah. So this is same like English, where in active voice we have the subject that is the main doer of the action, and that's the principal one. And in passive, object becomes the principal, or it becomes the main thing. So let's see further in terms of examples of this.
The Atmanepadi terminations play an important role in changing a sentence from Kartari Prayoga to Karmani Prayoga. The following table gives the present tense and the past tense Atmanepadi terminations. However, we will look into the examples of the present tense alone. Atmanepadi terminations. The terminations of the present tense lat lakara.
Te, ite, ante, se, ithe, dve, I, avahe, amahe, pachate, pachete, pachante, pachase, pachethe, pachadve, pache, pachavahe, pachamahe.
Terminations of the past tense lang lakaraha.
Ta, itam, anta, thaha, itham, idvam, I, avahi, amahi, apachata, apachetam, apachanta, apachathaha, apachetham, apachadvam, apache, apachavahi, apachamahi.
So as mentioned, we will basically in Sanskrit there is Parasmepadi and Atmanepadi. So Atmanepadi is what we are referring to here. Parasmepadi is what we had looked at previously in chapter 4. So now we are touching a little bit of Atmanepadi because it's connected to this changing from active to passive. That's the reason we are touching this and then going into active to passive. So it may sound overwhelming right now, but when we see an example in sentence, it will become easy to understand. So for now, just keep in mind this table that is there, the syntax, the way we were using the other ones like titaha, anti, sitha, hatha, ami, avaha, amaha. Similarly, we will use this table as well. So te, ite, ante, se, ite, dve, and then I, avahe, amahe. So let's try and look at this. If you take pacha and you're just adding this portion, then it's pachate, then it's pacha plus ite. So it becomes pachete, then pacha plus ante, which becomes pachante. Then pacha plus se, which becomes pachase. Then pacha plus ithe is pachethe. And then pacha plus dve is pachadve. And pacha plus e, which is pache. You will see this why it becomes pache in sandhi when we go into sandhi. But for now, just remember pacha plus e is pache. And then pacha plus avahe is pachavahe. And pacha plus amahe is pachamahe. So that is how we formed this particular table at the bottom. Similarly, for the past tense, remember past tense also has a. We start with a. and then the verb, and then the termination. So we will follow the same. So it's a, then pacha plus ta. So that's why it's a pachata, then a pacha and itam. So a pachetam, and a plus pacha plus anta. So a pachanta, then a pacha plus thaha. So a pachathaha, then a pacha and itham becomes a pachetham, then a pacha plus dvam. So a pachadvam, then a pacha plus e. So a pache, then a pacha plus avahi. So it becomes a pachavahi, then a pacha plus amahi, which is a pachamahi. So is everyone clear on how we are just combining this for now? Yeah. Okay. So here the example is pacha. So we will follow that to see sentences as well. Let's go ahead and see.
In order to change active voice verb into passive voice verb, ya is added to the verbal root and then the Atmanepadi terminations are added. Example, active voice pachati, passive voice pachyate. Thus, in order to change the active voice pachati into passive voice, the verbal root pach, to cook, is taken, ya is added, and then the present tense termination of Atmanepadi is added.
Okay. So here, when we are changing the verbs from active to passive, pachati becomes pachyate. Let's look at English example where, let's say, Rama is reading. Yeah, for example, Rama is reading. So Rama is reading, let's say, Mahabharat, for example. So Mahabharat is being read. So we change it slightly, right? Reading becomes being read. So something like that. So we do have even in English, but it comes naturally because we are using it. So here you might feel that, okay, what is happening? There is too much is that's changing and things are looking different, but that is what is happening here. So in same example, let's even say Sita is cooking rice, for example. So cooking is the same word that we are using here. Now rice is being cooked by Sita. You will have it that way, right? Or food is being cooked by Sita. So being cooked, that's what we are changing. Is cooking being cooked? You see the difference even in English? So that is what we are doing here by doing this. And in Sanskrit, the way we do it is active voice when it's pachati, it changes into pachyate. And the way it's explaining is that we take the verb root, then you're adding ya to it, and then you're adding the termination, which is now for the Atmanepadi, the ones that we just looked at. So that is how pachati becomes pachyate. So we will see some more examples of this type of sentences and words.
Here are a few more examples.
So let's do a little bit of reading practice as well. One sentence each. I know there are only 4, so we can at least have 4 people, 4 volunteers. So whoever is ready, please unmute. Rashmita ji, you can take the first one.
Namati, namyate, nam, to worship.
Okay, Lavina ji.
Pathati, pathyate, patha, to learn.
Hartiben.
Yachati, yachate, yacha, to beg.
Okay, Venkat ji. Venkat ji,
Can I
think
read the 4th one also?
I think we can wait if Venkat ji can unmute. Let's see. Okay, I think it's difficult. Maybe Venkatji, are you able to unmute? Otherwise, pick. Okay, Parthiban, okay, Venkatji, I think managed to unmute. Okay.
Nayati,
Mm-hmm.
niyate, ni, to learn, to lead.
Yeah, so to lead or to carry as well, even that way it works. So these are few examples where namati becomes namyate. So we're using nam portion of it, which is without the you can see nam with the halant. So nam plus ya, and then we are adding te to it, so it becomes namyate. Similarly, pathati becomes pathyate, yachati becomes yachyate, nayati becomes niyate. So we are taking the verb root. That's why it's ni, then ya, and then te. Yeah, so all of them are namyate, pathyate, yachyate, and niyate. So this is what we will be using in the sentences.
In passive voice, the subject takes the third case and the object takes the first case. The verb must agree with the object in number and person. Example,
Bhaktaha Devam Namati.
the devotee worships the Lord. Active voice.
Bhaktena Devaha Namyate.
The Lord is being worshipped by the devotee. Passive voice. In order to change the active voice sentence Bhaktaha Devam Namati into a passive voice sentence, change the subject Bhaktaha to its third case and the object Devam to its first case and the verb into its passive form. Then we get the passive voice sentence Bhaktena Devaha Namyate.
So this is similar to what we had looked at in English as well. The sentences are turned that way. So the first sentence in the example that's given, Bhaktaha Devam Namati. So we are seeing that here the main person that is doing the action is Bhaktaha, which is a devotee. So what is devotee doing? Devotee is worshipping. So Namati, who is he worshipping? Devaha, I mean Devam. So he's worshipping Devam. That's why the word Deva is taken from the Dvitiya Vibhakti, which is the second line. You see the Ramaha table that we were looking at, Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha. So that is what becomes useful now. So Ramam, the second line is Ramam. So that is what we are picking. So Devaha, Devaha, Devo, Devaha, then Devam. That is the next line. So that is what we are picking here. So Bhaktaha Devam Navati. So devotees worshipping the Lord. But now in the passive voice, Bhakta becomes you change the name. So Devaha, that is the object, takes the main role. So here we are saying Bhaktena Devaha Namyate. So we are now saying the Lord is being worshipped by the devotee. So it changes just the way in English also. So that's why Bhaktaha takes the form which is Bhaktena. And then Devam takes the form of Devaha, which becomes now the doer. So Devaha. Yeah, so that's why it takes the first form. Is everyone clear? Yeah. Okay, sort of clear. We will see a few more examples for us to understand this better. So all we need to remember is, in order to change the active voice sentence into a passive voice, change the subject, whichever the subject is, to its third case and the object to its first case. Yeah. So that's what we need to remember. So let's go further. So by the way, the objects, the third case is what? If you see Ramaha or Bhaktaha. So the first case is Ramaha, second one is Ramam, and the third one is Ramena. So that is what is happening, Bhaktena. Is everyone okay? Able to follow so far? Yeah, okay, good. So let's see a few more examples.
Here are a few more examples.
Sita Bhojanam Pachati.
Sita cooks food. Active voice.
सीतया भोजनं पच्यते.
The food is being cooked by Sita. Passive voice.
नृपः चोरं दण्डयति.
The king punishes the thief. Active voice.
नृपेण चोरः दण्ड्यते.
The thief is being punished by the king. Passive voice.
अहं देवान् पूजयामि.
I worship the devas. Active voice.
मया देवाः पूज्यन्ते.
The devas are worshipped by me. Passive voice.
भृत्याः भारं नयन्ति.
The servants are carrying load. Active voice.
भृत्यैः भारः नीयते.
The load is being carried by the servants. Passive voice.
अहं संस्कृतं पठामि.
I study Sanskrit. Active voice.
मया संस्कृतं पठ्यते.
Sanskrit is studied by me. Passive voice.
Okay, so all of these examples is from the tables that we have already done, but you may wonder where it's coming from. So for example, the Sita word, it's from the Akarant table. Bhojanam is from the neuter gender table that we had done. The example I think there was, I can't remember, is it, let me see. So you'll remember when you see that. Muni, Guru, Lata, those are all Akarant, Utarant, Phalam. Yeah, Phalam was the example in the table. So it's following that one as well. Then Rupaha is Akarant again. Then Choram, so is Choraha, which is also Akarant. Then Devaha, it's the table for that. So the things that is changing slightly as well, which you need to notice, is Aham becomes Maya. So Aham is when it's I. So there is a table for that as well. If you remember, there was he, she, it, table for he, she, it, then I, you, etc. So there was also a table for you. So those are the other tables that are also being utilized here for us to show examples from each type. So that aham becomes maya. So that is the third case there. So maya. So remember that as well when you're changing the sentences. You may not need it directly, but if you come across a sentence like that, it will help you understand at least what does it mean. So that's why it's given here. So I know even in English, we hardly change and we hardly use it that way. But yeah, it does come in handy sometimes in some conversations. But it's there. Sorry, my internet connection message has come back. Can you still hear me? It's good. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So any questions here? I hope it's not flying from up. At least as long as you understand. Yeah, I'm not telling you to remember, but as long as you know what we are doing here. So we are changing the subject into the different case, and then we are also changing the verb from pachati to pachyate, etc. So just remember that much. Yeah. Okay, so we'll try and implement. We'll try and see how much we remember. Little bit. I know these tests are generally easy. So let's look at it. So the chapter is already over, by the way. That is what it was. So we just need to identify the voice of the sentence. Is it an active voice or a passive voice? So we've got 5 sentences. Let's try. Whoever is ready. The first one, I think Lavina's mic is open, so probably you're ready.
Active voice.
Sita Bhojanam Pachati. Active,
Yeah.
okay. Let me take it. Okay. Number 2.
Rupena. Passive voice.
Passive voice. Okay,
Voice.
Venkat is saying passive. Well done. Then number 3. Prityaha Bharam Nayanti.
Param nayanti.
Active.
Active.
Passive.
Yeah. Active voice.
Active.
Okay, multiple people are saying
Yeah.
active. Someone's also
Active.
saying passive. Okay,
Active. Active.
more are active. So we'll pick active. Yeah, if it was passive, we will have te, and we would also have year in between just at the end. I know this sentence, I mean, this example is confusing. There's already year in there. So
Yeah,
that's why
that never
check
has
the termination, the anti or te. Yeah, check in that case. Okay, number 4.
Yes, passive voice.
passive.
Maya is there.
Passive. Maya is there. That's why it's passive, and then pujyante. Okay, perfect. Number 5.
Passive.
Active.
This is passive.
Passive.
Yeah,
Passive.
Most are saying passive.
Niyate.
Somebody also said active by mistake. But yeah, passive. Okay, well done. So those of you who got it correct, you've got 10 in your pockets, multiple 10s. Okay, let's see. Number 6.
active voice.
Active voice. Okay, well done.
Active voice.
Passive.
Second, 7 is passive.
Sitaya.
7 is
Passive.
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 Pashyate.
Passive.
Perfect. Okay. Number 8.
Rupaha. Active voice.
Active.
Active. Okay.
Active.
9th is passive. Maya is there.
Maya.
Okay.
Maya is there.
Science
Passive.
is passive. You guys have
Passive.
become expert already. Okay.
Aham
Number 10.
Active.
Aham devena.
Active voice.
Active.
Active voice.
Active. Okay. Perfect.
Active.
Okay, so at least we are able to identify what's the difference, and we are able to also still understand, because otherwise if we don't do this, if the sentence comes somewhere, you would wonder, why does it look so different? Why is the verb looking different? Why is what is maya now? So is it maya? No, it's not. It's that's becoming maya. Okay, so that was a quick chapter on active and passive voice, kartari and karmani in Sanskrit. And congratulations, we now just have a small portion remaining, but the next chapter is longer. So let's go to the next one.
We have come to module number 12, Sandhihi, combination, which deals with the combinations of vowels and consonants. Before entering this module, the student is advised to do a Simhavalokanam revision.
So it's not the teacher telling you to revise now, it's the curriculum. And there is an important reason why this message has come up. It wasn't there in the previous one. This chapter is like a backbone, just the way in your body you have your spine, which is a backbone of everything. This is one of the key things that you need to know in order to read Sanskrit. Sometimes even the prayers that we've been reading, you would have seen the words have been put together in certain way. So there is a formation there. So in order to understand that formation, this Sandhi chapter is key. It's very important as well. And when we go into Sandhi, we also refer to a little bit of grammar rules from the previous chapters. That's the reason they are saying revision is necessary. So in current situation, I know not everyone has managed to revise while we were away. So we will also look at, there is a bit of a reference. Sorry, my Siri is talking. So yeah, so there is a bit of reference that you will see as we start the chapter. So you will know exactly what portions to revise. So we will start it today so that you know what portion you need to still go back to before we actively get into this chapter. And you still have one more week before we get fully into this chapter. So please utilize that week little bit, but at least you know now it's not revising everything, but at least certain portions that that is required for this chapter. So let's look at the beginning part of this. Before I go in, any questions from anyone on anything that we've previously done? Are you comfortable? Have you, I know we've not managed to revise, but are you confident you're okay with certain portions? You know what to find where, and you understand when you look at the book, right? We are not completely yeah, we are not completely out. Okay, so that's good, that's good. All right, so let's go into this chapter for Sandhi.
Sandhihi, combination. When two words come together, the last letter of the first word and the first letter of the second word are combined together using certain rules. The combination of these letters is known as Sandhi. Rama plus Avataraha, Ramavataraha.
So sandhi is basically just a combination of two different words. So there are certain rules that we will follow to combine. Some of them are very easy. Some of them needs a little bit of grammar in the background. So we will be tackling the grammar portion when it comes. But in principle, it's the last letter of the first word combining with the first letter of the last word or the second word. So in this example, you have it both in orange, so you can see it. Rama plus Avataraha becomes Rama Avataraha. So sometimes when you read verses or Gita shloks of different things, you would see something like this. Now there is no word like Rama Avatar, but as long as if you can break it into two, then you will get the meaning. You will know that it's Ram plus Avataraha. So that is where now the meaning comes in handy. In order to understand, you will need to first split it and then find the individual words if you are not familiar with the word. But as long as you can split it even little bit, if not 100%, even if a little bit splitting is possible, you will get to the two different words. So that is what we will be practicing. We'll be putting together and then we'll kind of split them together separate as well in order to understand that. So exercise is there for separation, but learning is there for putting them together. So follow it from both aspects. Yeah?
There are three kinds of sandhis. Swara sandhi, when two vowels are combined together, it is known as Swara sandhi. Vyanjana sandhi, when two consonants are combined together, it is known as Vyanjana sandhi. Visarga sandhi, when visarga is joined with any vowel or a consonant, it is known as Visarga sandhi.
So the sandhi that we looked at when we combine the words, we look at the last portion and the first portion of the next word. So we are all clear with that. So there are three different types of sandhis, and even the grammar rules will be based on different types. So one is the vowel sandhi. So when there are two vowels that are combining, so if the end word has a vowel and the beginning word has a vowel, then it's a vowel sandhi. And there is a consonant sandhi, which is called Vyanjan sandhi. When the two consonants are put together, then it's a consonant sandhi, which is called Vyanjan sandhi. And the last bit is Visarga sandhi. So when we have the Visarga, the two dots, like the way we have for Ramaha, so that is a Visarga. So when we have those kind of Visarga in certain words, then it's a Visarga sandhi. So we are going to look at all three different types.
The following table gives a complete classification of all the letters of the Sanskrit alphabet. This table will be useful while learning sandhis, especially Vyanjana sandhi. A and I are both guttural and palatal. O and Au are guttural and labial. And Va is both dental and labial.
So in this case, we are looking at the table that basically has consonants that we had looked at, as well as vowels on the side. So this is slightly different than what we had seen in chapter 1. But this has been classified according to now hard consonants, soft consonants, etc. So do take a picture of this, or if you don't have a book, I'll also share it on the group. So we will be following this table when we are doing sandhi, because sometimes we will need to know if it's a hard consonant or if it's a soft consonant, which one is hard, which one is soft, etc. So this is a table that we will be referring to, and this is the quick revision bit that you will need before we move forward. So do check this out and remember the order, which is ka kha ga ga. If we've done it all in chapter 1, but do remember it because you will require that order, and you will see why, because certain alphabets we will use it according to the order as well, and we'll be replacing and stuff like that. So you will need the order of the whole table, the ka kha ga ga. Yeah, is everyone okay up to here? Okay. I am seeing sleepy faces. I know this chapter is little conk, but it's a very important chapter. So do pay attention. And if we want to take a little bit of break, we are okay to do so, because I know you've come back after a long time. So happy to take a break if need be. Okay. Just
Namaste, madam.
give me a heads up if you need a break. I am
Namaste, madam.
seeing a couple of videos. Yes, namaste. So please let me know. Is everyone good? Good to go? Okay, so we can do a quick little exercise before we move forward. Okay, so we will do a quick reading. I know the table is here, but you will read the original table from chapter 1. So very quickly, we will go ahead. We will have 1 or 2 volunteers. I'll be picking. I think Rananga Swami is ready. The mic is open, so I'll pick you first. Let's do Ka. Start from Ka and follow the order. Let's do a quick reading. You will figure out which word goes after what. Huh? This table is slightly different, but we will read the original table. Ka, kha, ga, ga, cha, cha, ja, ja, etc. So let's go ahead. Let's do a quick exercise.
Madam, left
Let's
eye
read all the
operated, madam.
consonants.
Left
Sorry?
eye. Left eye
Yes.
operated, madam. 7 days back.
Oh, your left eye is operated. Okay.
Yes, madam.
Oh, so are you able to read or no?
And no, madam.
No, it's difficult. Okay, don't worry. So I think you listen to it. You
Okay.
can listen to it. Let me pick another volunteer.
Thank you.
Rashmita
Thank
ji
you.
is ready. Thank you, Rashmita ji. So I can
Okay.
see you've already unmuted. So let's go ahead.
So I'll start with the vowels, yeah? The or
You can do
just
that,
ka,
yeah.
ka.
We can do
Okay.
both. It's fine. So it will be a quick recap.
Okay. Ka, ga,
No. Sorry. I want you to go ahead with the vowels that we had done. So that order, I, E, U, that one. So here
okay.
it's a different order, but try and remember, try and recall the other one. So we are
Oh,
activating our memories.
okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try.
Okay. I, R, U. Am I correct?
No. But it's fine. Hold on there. Let's pick somebody else who's ready, who knows the order. This is a good memory game to play around. Parthiban is nodding yes. So let's go ahead, Parthiban. Give it a shot with the vowels. Parthiban, you need to unmute.
O, R, E, U, Re, A, R, A, I, O, Au.
And then I know we're not seeing it here, but we had 2 more after that. Aha. Yeah. Perfect. Well done, Parthiban. So this is a quick recap of the previous chapter, and this is a quick game in between. I can see Geeta ji's hand is also up. Geeta ji, please come forward. Would you like to do the consonants?
Yes. Ka, kha, ga, anga, cha, ja, nya, ta, da, na, ta, da, na, pa, fa, ba, ma, ya, ra, la, wa, sha, sa, ha.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Geeta ji. I can see Johita is also ready with her hand up. Johita, would you like to do the vowels, e's? Do you need help in unmuting, Johita? You want to do the vowels? Okay, let me help you unmute. I can see you trying.
Yeah, tell Johi.
A, I, U, Ru, R, A, I, O, Au, aha.
Perfect. That is wonderful, Johita. And I know that's coming from the memory because here it's a very different order. So well done. Superb. Okay.
Thank you.
So
Status, only that. This one's Kaka.
We need to do.
You tell?
Wait.
Johita, you want to do the consonants as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Start.
go ahead. Sorry, I was talking on mute, but please go ahead.
Kaka, gaga, nya, nya.
Then
Cha, cha, ja, ja. Nya,
Yeah.
mama,
Okay.
mama.
Da.
Da, 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 da. Da, da, da.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. And then ta.
Da, 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 na.
Okay.
Papa, baba, ma.
Okay. Then ya.
Ya, ra, la, va.
Okay.
Sha, sha.
And then the
Sa.
last one.
Ha.
Mhm. Perfect. Well done, Johita. And also your little sister. Okay. Rashmita ji, would you like to go ahead and complete the consonants?
Okay. Ka, kha, ga, gha, nya, cha, cha, ja, sha, ga,
You've
ta,
exchanged it
tha.
too, but it's fine.
Yeah, I realized that.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine. No problem. It's okay.
Ta, ta, tha, da, da, na. Ta, tha, da, da, na. Pa, pa, ba, pa, ma. Ya, ra, la, wa. Sha, sha, sa, ha.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So I believe this exercise would have helped everyone to just know the regular order as well as where it is and where it fits in this particular table when we refer to hard and soft consonants. So that's the reason we just went back to do a quick revision. And let's see. I think we still have a little bit of time, so let's understand little more concepts of sandhi before we break for today, so you can know if you need help in revising before we start the chapter properly.
The following table gives the 3 types of sandhis and their subdivisions. Sandhihi, Swara Sandhihi, Vyanjana Sandhihi, Visarga Sandhihi.
So within the 3 different types of sandhis that we saw for vowels, for consonant, and for visarga, there are subdivisions of sandhis. So Swara Sandhi is divided into 8 different types. Vyanjana Sandhi is divided into 10 different types as well. So we will be slowly taking this up, so you will not be overwhelmed, but we will just understand one today so that we know how it's going to be classified and how we are going to study it. Any questions here before we move forward? Yeah. If not, we will see the first example.
Swara Sandhihi. When 2 vowels are combined together, it is known as Swara Sandhihi. It can be divided into 8 types.
Dirgha, Guna, Vruddhi, Yan, Ayadi, Purvarupa, Pararupa, Prakriti Bhava.
these are the 8 different types of swara sandhi. The first one is dirgha sandhi.
Dirgha sandhihi. If a, e, u and r, short or long, are followed by the same vowel, short or long, they are combined to make the long vowel a, e, u and r.
So we have a small little bubble to help us remember this. Let me go to the bubble.
Dirgha sandhihi. If a, e, u and r, short or long, are followed by the same vowel, short or long, they are combined to make the long vowel a, e, u and r.
Can I, madam?
Make it bigger. So in this example, basically, yes. Yes, Ranga. Swami, are you saying something?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So coming
Dirgha
back,
sandhi means-
so if e, u, ru, if short or long, which means what is a short and what is a long? So
Okay.
a is a short one and a is a long one.
One example, madam. Krishna, Arjuna. Those are two members. But one word, Krishna, the last word, Hrasu. Krishna is plus Anna. Arjun. Krishna Arjuna. That is the.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Rama
Sorry,
Alaya,
can you hear me now?
Ramalaya.
Sorry, a quick check. Can you hear me?
It's breaking a little.
Oh, okay. Okay, there seems to be a problem with the internet.
Now it's better.
Is it now? It's better. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I think yeah, I lost it for a while completely. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so just a quick recap of the example that we are looking at, which is dirgha sandhi. So when it's a, e, u or ru, any of them, which is short or long. So what do you mean by short or long? So a and a is short and a is long. E and e. So e is short and the other e is long. So when it's basically short or long and when they are followed by each other, which means, can you still hear me? Okay. I think it's good. Okay. Yeah. So when they are followed by each other by the same vowel, either short or long, then they are combined to become a long one. So a longer version of it. So a, e, u, and r, etc. Yeah. So that is what the first sandhi is, and you will thoroughly enjoy it once you understand this properly. You will have fun looking at this. So let's see a little ahead and then we will conclude today.
Example, Mura plus Arihi is Murarihi. The first word Mura ends with a short vowel A. Arihi begins with a short vowel A. When these two short vowels combine, they form the long A. Thus, we have Mura plus Arihi is Murarihi.
So in this particular example, both of them are ending and starting with A. So in this case, A plus A has become A. Yeah. And similarly, if you see this particular table up here, A plus A is A, then A plus A is also A, then A plus A is also A, and A plus A is also A. So in all four cases, whichever short or long combination will have A. Similarly, E will also follow the same.
Here are a few more examples.
Yeah. So similarly, you will have the same for E as well as U and the R. So long or short, whichever combination will be long. So let's look at these examples and then we conclude for today. Let's have two volunteers. Maybe Lavina ji can read the first 4 and Parthiban can read the next 3.
Okay. Desha plus Atnam equals Deshatnam. Rama plus Avatarah Ramaavatarah. Deva plus Alyah Devalyah. Phala plus Aharah Phalaharah. Yes?
Vidya.
Okay.
Vidya plus Abhyashah. Vidyabhyashah. Vidya plus Alayah. Vidyalayah. Pustak plus Alayah. Pustakalayah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Parthiban and Lavina ji.
Thank
So
you.
that's what we need to
How
remember.
are you?
Just one quick correction. And both of you, when we were saying some of the words are becoming half. So just remember it's phala, complete phala, then pustaka, etc. Don't leave it as pustak.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Pustak.
otherwise it's all fine. Yeah, but
Okay.
perfectly fine. So this is where we have A plus A combination, which has all become A. So let's stop
Yes.
here and we will continue next week further. So I
Yes.
hope that, I hope everyone is recharged a little bit. So next week we will go into Sandhi properly. And this is what is an example of a Sandhi. We will see many more examples of this type of Sandhis. Yeah. Let me go to the closing prayers. So I'll do the closing prayer today, and then somebody who would want to volunteer can come forward next week. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I know internet hasn't been great today, but let's hope it will be better next week. Thank you all. And Ranaga Swami, get well soon.
Thank
Miss,
you, madam.
Thank you, everyone.
Miss,
Yes,
Thank you.
Johita.
Yeah.
bye.